can't handle the truth.
I need to correct something. A couple of weeks ago, I was in Bosnia and I did a video where I talked about income streams and different types of income that you can leverage to grow your wealth. Hello everybody, my name is Ifan Yuba and this is 360 Degree Mastery. This is the channel where we teach you personal effectiveness, self-mastery, and how to create, grow, and manage your wealth. A big thank you to those who are subscribed to my channel, who follow me on social media, who watch my videos and send me chats, who comment on things that they see. Thank you very much. I am very grateful. Thank you for keeping us on the air. Thank you for keeping us online. Now, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I did a video where I talked about streams of income and income types, and I might have used the expression passive income. That's what I want to correct today. You see, there's really no such thing as passive income. You can have leveraged income, but income is never truly passive because you have to either do a lot of work to create it, or you also have to do a measure of work to monitor it, to protect it, and to make sure that it is being adequately supervised. One of the things I talked about in that video was I talked about rental income, real estate. Now, people think that if you build a house, once you have managed to build a house, you have erected a building and you have put tenants in it, then all you have to do is just go to sleep and the money will just continue rolling in. Books have said that, a lot of podcasts and motivational speakers have said that, but essentially it is not true. When you build a house or when you acquire a property and you have people that are renting that property, you have to pay attention because deterioration, depreciation will set in on the materials used to build that house. There are land use charges to be paid, there are maintenance to be carried out, and the tenants themselves, they need to be monitored. Their activities need to be monitored. Their use of that property needs to be monitored. So even if you have an estate, an estate agent that is managing the property for you, you still have to pay attention to what is going on that property, or else your property, your asset will begin to lose value. Another income type I talked about was royalties from intellectual property. Now, I'm somebody, I write books, so I have a number of books that I've written. Those books are out there and they are selling. Yes, I'm getting, paid every time I sell a book, like I said in that video. But what I did not mention to you is that I have to continue to actively market myself. I have to continue to actively sell, even though I have some partners that have taken, in my book and they are selling it on their website, or they are selling it on their platforms, or they are selling it in their stores. I still have to market, okay? I still have to sell myself. I still have to go out there and push and push and push, because if I don't do that, then the world will not know of my products and then I will not be able to sell. So even when you have, royalties coming in, you still have to actively market so that people will be aware that there's a product with your name attached to it and they'll be able to purchase and you will get paid. So it doesn't matter what income type it is. Even if you are talking about stocks and shares, the capital market, oh yes, you buy shares, you have to monitor your shares. All right, you have a stockbroker who gives you insights and gives you information, but remember, the stockbroker is a paid employee. You are the owner of the asset, and nobody will pay more attention, nobody will be more passionate about what you own than you yourself who owns it. So you have to monitor your stocks, the companies that you have stock in. You have to monitor the activities, you have to monitor the market, you have to note when there is a dip in the market or when there is a rise, so you will know how to buy and sell accordingly. You may not be an expert, but when it comes to your own asset, you have to be an expert. And it is the same for every income type. You are running a business, even if you put a very competent manager, even if you have excellent employees, you still have to monitor them, you still have to supervise, you still have to audit the business, you still have to check on things from time to time to make sure that resources are not being misused, that money is not being stolen, that the business is being treated properly, customers are not being treated badly. It is very, very important. So that notion of passive income, you need to disabuse your mind of that notion that there's something that you will do, and once you have done it, you will just go to sleep and the thing will continue to yield money for you ad infinitum. It does not happen that way. You have to pay attention to your business, you have to pay attention to your assets, you have to pay attention to your income stream. So that's what I want to share with you today, because a number of people have written back to me and told me, oh, what kind of business can I start where I'm working a full-time job and I can just put money down in this and I'll just go to sleep. You can put money down, but you cannot just go to sleep. You still have to pay attention to what is going on there, even if the attention is marginal, but you have to pay attention. It takes effort. Remember what I said, there is no such thing as passive income, it is simply leveraged income. So I will see you next week with more tips and more information on how you can live a better, happier, and more successful life with peace of mind. Namaste.